One of the most common questions that I get asked is, where should I buy gold and silver from? We're going to cover that topic in today's video. I'm going to try and cover all things, including dealers, private markets, etc. And hopefully it answers the question if you're wondering where to purchase precious metals from. So firstly, let's start with the dealers. I'm going to use my own experience for when I first started buying precious metals, which was from the Royal Mint. The Royal Mint are a great website. You can find lots of different products on there that they do, and it's going to be the place where they upload their newest products, including Britannia's, other collective coins like proof coins and things like that, including their Tudor Beasts, Queen Beasts, etc. The good thing about that is you're able to get it from source. So of course you're going to have that genuine product that's going to arrive at your doorstep. You're not going to rely on a fake product or something like that. But the con is Royal Mint tend to price their items quite a lot. And if you look at their proof coins, etc., including their collective coins, they can be a little bit more than what you'd be potentially paying on other dealers, like other coin shops and things like that. So let's say, for example, you purchase a 1 gram gold bar, which is this Royal Mint one, which is a lovely little bar. You will be paying a lot for that bar if you purchase it from the Royal Mint. I purchased this little bar for £72, I think, and even that was very expensive at the time. Gold has gone up. I think it's well over £80 now for that bar. I wouldn't buy that bar from the Royal Mint again. I wanted one, I have one. I don't think I'd do it again. If I'm going to be looking at other gold bars, I'll be looking possibly on the private market or other dealers such as Atkinson's, Tavex and places like that. But in terms of the pricing of their products, they can be quite expensive, but of course you're paying for that for more to make sure that the item is genuine. And of course the Royal Mint have all their add-ons on top as well. It's something to be cautious over, but that leads me on to my next thing as well. So other dealers such as Tavex, Atkinson's, Chards, if you're in the UK, or if you're in the US, you've got lots of different other bullion dealers that we might not necessarily have here. They can be a really good option. One of the examples is about a year ago, I advertised a low premium gold coin, which was a 20 franc rooster coin. And I released it on a poll because it was 2.5% over spot. The premium was 2.5%, and it was the lowest gold coin that I could find. I could not find that gold coin anywhere else for a cheaper price. It was including other gold coins like sovereigns and half sovereigns and Britannia's, etc. But that is something that you can go back to the dealer. They're going to sell you a genuine product, and it's only 2.5% over spot. If you compare the price over gold over the last 3 years, I think it's risen over 35%. That 2.5% is going to be quickly quashed in the profits that you're making over the gold price. So it's something that when you consider, let's say you're going to be spending 10% premium on gold bars, etc., if you're small, then you might not have to worry, especially given the last 3 years we've risen 35%, and there will be a little bit of fluctuation in the price, so it's not guaranteed. But if you hold on to gold and silver, well, gold in particular, for a longer period, you will see those premiums kind of quashed with the money that you'll get from the gold price going up. So it's something that I wouldn't really worry about. But using things like Atkinson's, Chards, etc., you can get some really good deals at near spot price, and you're completely eradicating that chance that it might be a fake item or it might not be genuine. It's something that when you go to a dealer, for example, I use Tavex Bullion quite a lot, you're going to get a genuine product at a better price than what the Royal Mint will offer you. The Royal Mint offer, I think, on their, I don't know on their gold products, I know with their gold bars, their small gold bars, they're going to be well over £85. But if you go to other places like, for example, Tavex, who have their best bullion type bar, the 1 gram bar, you can buy that for £65, which is, I want to say it's just over 10% in terms of premium, but then you've got the delivery on top of that as well. Unless you live in London, you can go pick it up. Lots of other dealers incorporate the price of free delivery in their pricing, so when you see it's going to be £5-6 more than, let's say, Tavex, it's just really because they've added the delivery included in the price. So I really wouldn't worry about £5-6 difference in between different dealers. You just got to find the dealer that you like the most and use them. So that's some of the positives when you can use like places like Atkinson's and stuff, and also you can get some really good other deals as well. I know Atkinson's did a spot price deal, which obviously is the VAT on top of that on Britannia's, and that's sold out very quickly. And you can get a whole range of different great products as well, which might not necessarily you get from other private collectors, or if you're relying on purchasing abroad, you kind of cut the middleman out and you can just go straight to those dealers for other products if you want. So that's the good thing about using those types of dealers as opposed to the Royal Mint. You can get a bit of a better price and a bit more variety. Including as well, just adding on to that, you can go for private sales, marketplaces and things like that. For example, one of the places where I purchase gold and silver from is going to be on Stacker Social, which, if you don't know what Stacker Social is, it's a Discord group set up for stackers. I will leave a link to that in the description, but there is a channel part in there for a marketplace where you can purchase and sell silver and gold if you want. And it's relatively easy. I've never had a bad problem or issue, anything like that, purchasing metals on there. Everyone really knows each other, especially if you're on the UK scene. You tend to see the same names come up, and when they're in the Discord group, there's the reputation and everything, so you can assert that you'll be buying the genuine product, etc. But it's a friendly group. I recommend going on Stacker Social for better deals if you don't want to purchase, let's say, bars or Britannias, etc. at like nearly £40 now, which is just absolutely insane, seeming as I was, even just a few years ago, I was picking up 1 ounce silver coins for like £23-24 in the local coin shops, and now you'd be surprised to get them under 30, really. So it does go up. But that leads me on to the other thing as well. So marketplaces like eBay, Facebook, they can be really good. I've used it. I've never had a bad product from them, but you have to use caution when buying from there. If you are new, I would just simply recommend just stick with dealers until you kind of know what you're doing, or once you've bought some products and you know what to look out for and how to test, etc. If you don't have a Sigma and things like that, there's lots of different ways where you can test silver. I've got loads of videos on that, and same thing with gold as well. But I think if you're new stacking, just eradicate the stress. Don't worry about the difference in price that you'll pay, because it really won't be much anyway until you know what you're doing. So once you do and you're happy and you've been a stacker for a little bit, it doesn't really take very long, especially if you research and you watch different videos. Then you can purchase off marketplaces like Facebook, eBay and stuff like that, and you can get a bit of a better price than what you would get. A win-win for both, really. A win-win for seller, because you're not selling at spot that you would do on a local coin shop or just a bullion dealer, but you can actually gain that premium back from selling privately. But ultimately the buyer will get a best price as well, a better price, because they would have already paid the VAT, etc. already on the product. So you will get a bit of a cheaper price than going to dealers and things. So it's something to consider, something really good that you can do. But especially with eBay, just make sure that you have a little look and see who they are, where they're from, how many products they've sold, have they got any positive reviews, how many do they have, what have they sold in the past. And even then, I would even be half tempted just to test the products myself. There's nothing stopping you from going into coin shops, etc., and just maybe considering asking them, can you just test it for me? Or if you get a bit of a relationship with them, you can just ask them just to test the product and see how much they'd offer you or something. I don't know. It's something that I have done in the past, especially with Morgan dollars. When I first started setting out, I didn't really know how to test for silver. I would go into my local coin shop and I would just ask them, how much would you offer me for this, because I don't know whether it's real or not. And it would just be a 1 or 2 minute thing. It's quite not to say to go in and do that all the time, especially if you're not intending to sell whatsoever, but if you're going to buy something, I suppose there's no real harm. There's no harm in asking, that's for sure. The worst thing that they can say is no, but it's something that you can do, especially if you're buying privately off eBay and Facebook and Instagram, places like that. A great way, but just used with caution, because there are a lot of scammers out there. So to sum up the places where to get your gold and silver from, we've looked at the Royal Mint, especially dealers including Atkinson's, Tavex, etc., with their genuine products, but they're going to be of a bit of a higher price, and also touched on Stacker Social. There's also the Silver Forum and places like that, private collectors selling their stacks, including eBay, Facebook and any marketplaces, really. Some people have even purchased them off like car boot sales and stuff, which was interesting. But ultimately, the best is going to be the best price that you can get, but for the genuine product. And I think if you're just starting out, I would just stick with the dealers for now, and then over time just you can branch off into getting purchasing them off other private sellers, etc. And consider Stackers Social, because it's a really good way. It's a very close-knit sort of community. No one's into really scam anyone at all. That's not what it's all about, but there are scammers out there, so just be very wary, especially when you consider Facebook and eBay and places like that. But I'd love to hear your thoughts when it comes to it. What do I use personally? I use a variety of different methods. I use the Royal Mint for a lot of my bunk packs now. I don't buy any proof coins from them because of the cancellation of the Monarchy series has really cheesed me off, and other proof coins as well, but they are a little bit volatile in price when it comes to it. But in terms of my gold and silver, I use gold and silver dealers such as all the ones I've just mentioned, Tavex, Bullion mainly because I've got a good working relationship with them. They're very friendly. But Charles Atkinson's, you can't really go wrong with them as well. They're very, very good. And in terms of private sales, I use it as well. I use all three. So, but I've been doing this for nearly 3 years now. So things to consider, things to think about. I'd love to hear your thoughts when it comes to it. Just lastly as well, there was the end of the Tavex competition on the 9th of June. So this video will probably go out after that. If it does, and you have applied, if you're in the UK and you apply for the competition, just keep checking your emails, because you may or may not have won. If you have won, they'll send you an email. So just keep checking your junk over the next 3 days or so, up until the 12th or 13th of June. I'm really hoping someone can win. If not, fine, but it would be great if we can see someone win some gold and silver. There's 10 winners, so that would be really good. So just keep checking your emails, especially if you have applied for the competition. And also, if you would like to become a member of the channel, if you want to support the channel further, I was able to upgrade my setup, etc., through the revenue, etc., that I'm able to gain through YouTube, but I'm hoping to grow it so I can bring you better content. I need to get other things as well to provide better content, but I've got some really exciting stuff coming very shortly, this month in fact, which I'm really excited to share with you all. But I want to thank you all. Even if you watch the videos and you like and comment and everything, I really appreciate it, and a big thumbs up to the members as well who continue to support the channel in that way as well. Thank you all so much. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know where you purchase your gold and silver from. If there's something I've not mentioned, please let us know, and I'll see you in the next video.